Hello student, welcome to another lesson on some basic concept of chemistry. I am Satish Netam and today we are going to dive into topic introduction to mass, volume, density and temperature. But before we start our today lesson, if don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest lesson. So let's start. So let's start with the some basic introduction of each terms, each quantity, each terms one by one. Let's start with the mass and weight. So the mass is the amount of matter present in substance, while weight is the force exerted by the gravity on object. In simple word, mass is the amount of matter present in substances, but the weight, when you talk about the weight, we are generally refer the force exerted by the gravity on that object, that is the weight. So basic difference, this is the basic difference of between mass and weight. The mass of substance is a constant where its weight may be vary from one place to another place due to change in gravity. So we can say the this line, what is saying, it's saying that the mass is a constant in object, but the weight, its weight will maybe vary from place to place, because weight is dependent on gravity and mass is not dependent on gravity. When the gravity is changes, their weight will be also change. Mass can be determined accurately in laboratory using analytical balance. So you can see here is the analytical balance. By using this instrument, we are scientists are measure the mass. This is the analytical balance. Here some components are written their names and they are showing. So the SI to so the we are in previous video we have seen the SI system though. So in video that, let's see the how we can use SI units to determine the mass measurement or the mass. So the mass is SI unit of mass is kilogram. We have already know that, already seen that the mass SI unit of mass is kilogram, and but the gram, 1 kg is equal to had but the gram is used to laboratories for a small amount of chemicals. So the kilogram is a wide, so large amount. So in a laboratory, what they use kilogram, sorry, gram. They are generally referred as a gram. So 1 kg is equal to, we know that the 1 kg equal to 1 1000 gram. So let's see one other. Uh, so this was the mass and weight. Next is volume. Volume is the amount of space occupied by the substance. So when we, what is called volume? Volume is nothing but it's a occupied space by any substances, whether it's a liquid or solid. If they have some occupy some space generally they prefer in the all they're occupied in three dimensional. So the in SI system, volume is measured in cubic meter, because it has a it has three dimension 3D three dimensional space occupied. It's a three dimension. If it's object, then definitely it has three dimension and occupy all three dimension space. That's why it's a cubic meter cube cubic meter. But in chemistry laboratories, smaller volumes are often denoted in a cubic centimeter or cubic decimeter. So the cubic meter is a, again it's a large amount as compared to centimeter, centimeter and decimeter. So in a laboratory generally we are using centimeter or decimeter. A common unit for measuring volume of liquid is a liter, where 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter, and 1000 centimeter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. 1000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 decimeter cube. So these are the unit for volume, and here we can see this object, this substance have three dimension space. Here is the y, here is the x, or here is z. So we can see that it has a three-dimensional space. It has occupied three-dimensional space, and that's why it is in a cubic. So if one, so the volume 100,000 volume here is the same. The 1,000 centimeter cube is equal to 100,000 ml, 1000 ml, or volume can 1 decimeter cube or 1 liter. So these are the measurement of volume. You can say we can, if you want, we can measure it in a centimeter cube and milliliter, and also in decimeter cube and liter. So the 10 centimeter is equal to, we know the 10 centimeter is equal to 1 decimeter, and 1 centimeter is a part of a small part of this 1 centimeter. Here you can see. So different units used to express volume. These are the different units we can. These different units are used for express volume. When if it's a liquid, then it's referred in liter. But if in solid, then it is a cubic. 1 liter and ml, small amount, and ml. Some volume measuring devices. This is if liquid, through these devices we can use we can measure the liquid, their volume. It is a peptide and graduated cylinder and volumetric flask and burette. These are the device we are using to measure liquid density and liquid volume. If we want to measure liquid, sorry, if we want to measure the liquid density, then we will use these devices. Next is density. Density of a substance is the amount of mass per unit volume. Density is one. What is density? Density is a substance is amount of mass per unit volume. Per unit volume में how much कितने mass होगा, ये per unit जो volume है, volume का per unit कितना mass है, amount, उसको density कहते हैं. The SI unit of density is kg meter cube, but it is often expressed in gram centimeter cube for convenience in chemistry, because we are generally dealing with the small quantities, but where the kg meter cube is a large as compared very large quantity. So in generally the chemist use gram centimeter cube for convenience. Density indicates how closely the particle of substance are packed. Higher density means particles are more closely packed. So What density denoted or indicate? It indicate the in any unit how much how much particles are present or close. If the wall, if the density is higher, it means they have packed particles are very close and packed in this unit. If there is a low density means there is a very there is a space between particle. They are not very tightly closed. So next is temperature. Temperature is measured in three common scale: Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin, with the K being the SI unit. We already know that the thermal temperature is a Kelvin, the SI unit is Kelvin. Celsius is calibrated from 0 to 100, representing the freezing and boiling point of water, respectively. So the Celsius is calibrated from 0 to 100, and these are the limit of the freezing point and boiling point of water respectively. If it is a 0 Celsius, it means the freezing point of water, and it is a 100 Celsius, it means boiling point of water. The relationship between Fahrenheit and Celsius is given by the formula F Celsius 9/5 Celsius in Celsius plus 32. So we can use by using this formula, we can convert Celsius into Fahrenheit, and the Kelvin scale is related to the Celsius scale by formula. If we want to convert uh, Celsius in Kelvin, then we will use this formula: Celsius plus 273.15 plus 30 is 273.5. If there is a 100 10 Celsius, or if we want to it convert it in a Kelvin, then it would be 10 plus 2 3 1 5. So the 10 Celsius in Kelvin, it will be 1 here 2 8 8 3 and 1 5. So this is the uh, amount, Celsius into Kelvin. So these are the some thermometer using different temperature scale. These are the different thermometer: Kelvin thermometer and Celsius and Fahrenheit. So we can see by using these Celsius, these are the using thermometer are using for calculating measuring the temperature. So what are the important notes? Important notes, let's see one by one. Mass is amount of matter in substance, while the weight is a force exerted by gravity on an object. And another important thing is mass is constant, but weight may be vary due to gravity changes. Volume is the amount of space occupied the substance, often measured in the cubic meter in the SI system, but in but system or in cubic centimeter in also we can use for the convenience, or liter. If it is a liquid, then it will be in a liter. Density amount of mass per unit volume, indicating how closely the particle of substances are packed. It is often expressed in gram per cubic, the mass divided by their volume. Temperature is measured in Celsius and Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Kelvin, with the Kelvin being the SI unit, negative temperature are possible in Celsius but not in Kelvin. Understanding this concept is fundamental in chemistry for accurately measuring and describing substances. So this was about mass, weight, volume, density, and temperature. I hope this video will help you to understand these terms and give you a clarify your, if you have any doubts, that will be clarified. And if you have any suggestion or message for me, please let it in comment section. And if you think this video will help your friends or anyone who might benefit from it, uh, please share it with your friends. And until next video, keep watching my video, and I will see you in next video.